This segment is sponsored by H&R Block.
There's been a significant shift in American income in just the past few years, and Americans are concerned. A recent H&R Block survey revealed that nearly 70% of Americans are extremely concerned about inflation and its impact on their finances. This morning, we're joined live by the President, Global Consumer Tax and Service Delivery at H&R Block, Karen Orozco. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Elisa.
Talking taxes is an important time of year for many of us. What changes should Americans prepare for this tax season?
Perhaps the biggest change this tax season is the expiration of most of the pandemic relief programs. So those programs provided additional tax benefit over the last couple of years to many tax filers. So families with children or workers that didn't have any children or small business owners, and those additional programs have now expired in the current tax season.
Not the best news, but how will inflation impact tax refunds this year, and should we expect smaller refunds?
Well, you mentioned the survey that we conducted where nearly 70% of Americans said they're extremely concerned about inflation, and that's making them more reliant on their tax refund this year than perhaps any other year. We also know that to combat that inflation over the past year, many Americans made choices that they haven't made before. They may have taken a loan out against their retirement savings, or maybe they took a side gig or picked up a side hustle, a part-time extra work to bring in additional income to really help ends meet. Or they may have sold crypto or other investments, and all of those things can have a material impact on their tax outcome this tax season.
And how should someone decide if they can just DIY their taxes or if they need to consult a tax pro in person?
It's such a great question because taxes are such a personal decision. They're different for everybody, and everyone's confidence level about doing them themselves is different. At H&R Block, we created the tax prep category, and I'm so proud of how we've reimagined it so that a tax filer doesn't have to make that decision up front and hope they got it right. They can start for doing it themselves online using our advanced technology solutions. They can start for free. And if they get in and they have a question about one of those life changes, those decisions they made last year and how it impacts their taxes, we can connect them to one of our tax professionals that have on average over 10 years of experience. Our tax pros have seen a lot, and they have helped a lot of clients make sure they get their maximum refund guaranteed. And I just love that. It gives really all of us the opportunity to pick the method of filing that's best for us and be confident we're still getting the best outcome.
That's great. So you can start DIY and then bring the pros in if necessary. Now, Generation Z, they're concentrated on TikTok, texting, and digital. What are you doing to help guide them this year, as many are first-time filers?
You're absolutely right. We asked Gen Z how they thought about filing, and 35% of them said they intend to file on their mobile device or online on their computer. And the best news about that is whether they want to do it themselves or if they want to hand it over to a tax pro and really get off on the right foot in their first time filing, and they have a lot of questions and they want to hand it off to a tax pro, either way they can do that on their mobile device or on their computer. They don't ever have to step foot in a tax office. And I think that's so important because we know that Gen Z in particular, they value income diversity. Many of them have many different side gigs or freelance work that they have stitched together to generate their income, and that creates a lot of additional tax complexities, and it also opens up a lot of potential tax benefits that, if you get the right expertise, will really get you a great tax outcome.
It's incredible to think that my parents were filing their taxes pen and paper, running to the post office, and now these kids can just file taxes on their phone. Technology is amazing. Where can we go to learn more?
It is. You can visit us at hrblock.com. Happy tax season.
Karen Orozco, thank you so much for sharing these tips with our viewers. Happy tax season to you too.
Thanks.
And we'll be right back.